In ancient times, the sacred mountain was sealed by the dwarf deities with 5 powerful...
Let's skip that boring part and let's dig into business. I need your help.
Hey, where am I? This is a bit different from what I visited earlier.
Hey, come here quick.
Oh, me?
Yes, you.
How dare you to interrupt my story? I am the mountain.
Well, as I was saying, this is the Misty Mountain and has 2 things about it. One, it's filled with golds and diamonds. And there is some kind of weird magic.
What was the last part?
Instead you can mine any dwarf streams, and all you need is a pickaxe.
Any dwarf streams?
Hello everyone, welcome back. Today it's Wednesday, so we have here the Lucky Miner and news updates for you regarding MLP, which will be coming soon. So before anything else, how you doing? Hope you're feeling fantastic. Hope you can also hear me well, because I had to change a little bit of the setup around here. So just give me a thumbs up of, yeah, I can hear you loud and clear. Let me try to get the microphone a little bit closer. So I've got here on my screen, which is I use Miro to organize myself, which is a really cool tool, and these helps me to keep the idea and the flow of how I want things to work. So what we're looking here is how the actually smart contracts of MLP work. So for those of you who are not familiar with MLP, MLP is going to be the token that we'll be launching in our own crypto mining game that we'll be launching on Abstract. Having that said, MLP is the reward that you can get by mining, by trading resources for this token. And this token is going to act as a reserve of value that's going to capture transactions within the ecosystem. And with that, it will compound into growing the liquidity pools, and it will distribute also those fees to the stakers, to everyone that stakes the token. So that's what we're building here. We want to build a gamified DeFi project that brings value to everyone over time, and that will be lasting for a very long time and just grows as time goes by. So that's our mission, to launch this game with a long-lasting effect, a positive effect on everyone's lives. At least that's what we're aiming and what we wish to. Okay, continuing. Regarding this, we have done all of these part that we can see around here. This is regarding how you mint the tokens, how you mine, how you get the RNG, you get the resources, you trade the resources for the token itself. So this part is pretty much done. I would have to say that the mining smart contract was the bulkiest thing to do, was actually the hardest thing to do. But yeah, this part is done. Now here, it's everything that happens using Uniswap, and we want to have everything automated. It would be easier if it was just manual, but I don't think manual would help to scale, or it would be as fun as watching everything kind of update live, you know? So therefore, we're doing it. We're working with Uniswap v3 protocols, which I'm not sure if you're familiar. Regarding v2 protocols, what you do is get yourself a token, a ERC20 token that represents your part of the liquidity pool. On Uniswap v3, you actually get, you mint an NFT that represents that part of the pool you own. So we're doing it in v3 because it has much more freedom regarding collecting fees. It works differently, and that's how we will be doing. Now, it's a little bit rough, I gotta be honest. I did a lot of trials, a lot of errors, and you can see this project. This is where I keep everything that we're doing. We are already using quite a few smart contracts. Right now I'm trying this version 2 of the ETH liquidity adder. The original one I had, it had a lot of problems, so I wanted the smart contract to actually build up the original liquidity pool and kind of do everything automated, but I just figured out that was so many struggles. I was going for nothing. I just could be able to create the liquidity pool from my wallet and just transfer the NFT to this smart contract and then just use whatever I actually needed. So minting the position is not the most important part, but managing that position it is. So instead of just trying to figure out how to mint a position within the smart contract, just scratch all of that, simplify the smart contract, just focus on actually need. So that's where I went in here with that. And so far with this one, I've been able to actually get it to add the liquidity fees automatically. So on this stage, I had to press a button, I had to call a function to add it, but once I call it, it automatically adds the liquidity into the existing position. And that was a win. That was a win for me, guys. So now what I'm trying to do is to get that within all of this. So whenever it receives some ETH, it's going to transform into WETH. Then it's going to claim the fees. So here's a function, and what it does with the fees, it splits up. So it claims the fees. It's going to see which tokens we're going to claim. It's going to distribute 50%, which is going to be used half to compound into the liquidity pool and half to go to the stakers. And then with that, it claims the fees. It sees how much of MLP and WETH it has in the smart contract. Then it's going to transfer. So it's going to increase that liquidity to the to the liquidity pool, and just happens everything automatically, which I'm really, really excited about it. I'm going to perform these tests between today and tomorrow. So if these works out, I would say that we've got out of the way the bulkiest part, which would be this one. So this is, as we have here mining smart contract, here we have the MLP adder, which is the two bulkiest and most important smart contracts of all of these protocol. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how it play out. Keep moving forward. So what we have here is that, let me check again. Yeah, perfect. So we receive ETH, it's going to trigger all of this stuff, which is claim fees, send the ETH fees, the MLP fees, different routes. Then we're going to add liquidity. We're going to receive MLP as well. And yeah, this is just the end part of the smart contract, which we'll be touching afterwards. That is how to buy from the liquidity pools we're triggering. How do we get the Ethereum that is being sent on the Pickaxe token for buying pickaxes, which is going to be used to receive ETH, and it's going to buy MLP. It's going to send to the smart contract. It's also going to receive MLP from the Pickaxe purchase. We have both tokens. It adds liquidity. It claims fees. Then it sends the fees. Here, the ETH part will be converted into MLP. So everything goes here. Here we'll have for the other ones, which will be MLP, Paxos Gold, Bitcoin, USDC, and all of those, again, will be compounded into adding more liquidity. And the other part will be used to purchase more MLP. These MLP will be sent out at the end of each day to the staking smart contract. It's going to receive, and then it's going to be available for everyone that's staking the token. And lastly, it will end up in the user. So kind of circles everything what happens. You buy a pickaxe, the ETH does all of these routes into adding into liquidity, buying the token, and then sending those fees and converting the fees as well to MLP that will be for stakers. Now, how do you get the token? You get pickaxes. With pickaxes, you mine in the smart contract. You get yourself a resource. Within the resource contract, you trade it on the exchange smart contract, and the exchange smart contract will give you MLP that ends up to you, that then you can either trade it back away or you can stake it to earn passively MLP. Sounds very simple, but it's taking a lot of work to pull it off just to get everything done. So bear with me. It's going to be a really cool journey, I'd have to say, regarding the MLP launch. Now, what else can I talk about what we're doing here? Let me just go over Remix. I'm not sure what else I can show. But yeah, this has been very interesting to learn Solidity language. The first time I touched this, I think it was a little bit overwhelming. I know that when we were building smart contracts for the lucky miners and the NFTs, I was having several meetings with Andrea, which was the smart contract developer that we had from Tree Tech back then, and we had very long meetings where we would show me these smart contracts, and I would be taking notes like, okay, what does it mean this? What does it mean that? What do we have here? What do we have that? And I guess by paying attention, now I look at it, I was like, okay, I remember some of the stuff that was being explained back to me. And now looking at it, for example, the constructor, I know what the constructor is. I know what all of these stuff actually means and what's happening. Receive external payable. Now I understand when we have all of that, it means that this is when you receive a payable, so that would be Ethereum, and it's coming from an external source. It could be either a smart contract, it could be from a wallet, it doesn't matter. So again, it's information that also with the aid of AI, I'm able to learn and decode these type of information and go from there. Now, making your own smart contracts, it's a little bit easier as you're just depending on something you build from scratch. When you're using, for example, Uniswap protocols, it's a little bit different because you do not fully understand what's being there. Like when I did the mining smart contract, yeah, I built it from scratch. I might not understand fully how everything works. Some parts for me are just like magic. It just AI just put it there. I understand what I'm reading, but I'm not 100% sure I understand how it's working. But it doesn't matter. Now for Uniswap, I didn't get to build that from scratch, so I do not get to see how I get it to work. It just works. I just know it works. Now I have to work with it, and I have to learn how to work with it. So I started with just trying to have everything pretty much ready, like I was doing with everything else. And when I was trying to run the test, I figured out that maybe I really need to learn the basics of Uniswap and just go from really small tests, like do me a smart contract that just does this simple function. And then, okay, it works. I understand now the part of the code that deals with this. Now I want this smart contract to deal with Uniswap and just do and perform these simple action. And I get it working. Okay, now I have two pieces of information that I can get together because I know they both work. And that's pretty much how I've been handling all of these learning regarding all the stuff for Uniswap, which is, hey, you would receive Ethereum, how to turn that Ethereum to ETH, and then how to trigger that to buy a token from a specific pool, and then when you purchase that token to send it away to a different smart contract. So I had to really break down everything into smaller bits and smaller steps. Again, also there's a LFM that you can type in the chat. I'm gonna write it so you can get the link, !LFM. If you do so, you're going to get this Nightbot link, and with that, you can get yourself to be a lucky miner. So all you gotta do is do that. Let me just do a quick check just to see if I have actually audio on Twitch. So just 1 2 1 2.
Let me just do a quick check.
Okay, it does have. Perfect. I just want to make sure everything was good. Okay. What more can I talk about? Let me try to get Game Maker open while we're doing this. I have to close all of this stuff. So I can open here a notepad, so I can take note of the LM winners, Lucky Miner winners. Yeah, this is gonna help me out, and I'm gonna open as well the Game Maker. Where is it? So for Game Maker on the sandbox, we have some surprises. Fred told me he got some new stuff working, which is the chain on how we get stuff unlocked. And he was very eager to this stream, so I'm excited to try it out. So let's do this together. Just want to make sure we've got Game Maker running on the background. We do, perfect. So here we go. We open up this again, so we've got all the pages where we want them to be. And let me see, yeah, we've got now discovering. Let me hide it. Okay. Now we're rolling. Okay, so we have here start playing. This will be on the gallery. And it's being just published. Love to see it. Okay, play experience. Let's see what happens. Version 11.11.136. Any bets when Game Maker 12 will be out? My prediction will be September. Probably it's August, so we would have... This happens all across Europe. Just August is a month to stop everything and just go on vacation. So I'm pretty sure that we won't have those type of news during August. Almost sure. Fred says tomorrow. You wish it was tomorrow. Unless you know stuff that I don't. I don't believe it's going to be tomorrow. You're trolling. It's not going to come out tomorrow. You're not kidding. It's going to come out tomorrow? Man, my prediction was bad. Let me dig it up. Trying to see here. If there was someone that would be able to throw these type of beans, would be either Alex or Cyber Dragon. I'm not sure Panda would deliver those type of beans, but I don't believe so. So let me check here. Game Maker chat. Game Maker 12 soon, says Sean T. Okay, the word is out there. Today or tomorrow, Sandbox has a tweet. Oh, okay. Hey, Bitfox. Okay, you're not kidding. It's just so unlikely. It's been forever since we've been waiting for 12. That just feels surreal that they're going to launch it tomorrow. Well, today it's Wednesday. Usually they launch stuff on Wednesdays. So, okay, so Sandbox has a tweet. Good. That is good stuff. So, by the way, we have LFM if you want to fill it up that form. Right now, I just want to test out a couple of things while you all join in and fill it up the form. I'm going to see if we have any new stuff at the intro. All right. Why no audio? Hang on. Oh, video no. Okay, that's much better. It's always solid. Always solid. Oh no! Maybe we need to add some sort of check marks for this. Sometimes the VFX doesn't want to load a trigger. And respawn. Shit. Oh. Not sure what I did do. I'm trying to press some button. Okay, I'm just going to restart. Probably need to put a safety button there. Not a button, but a safety... Yeah, it's just weird. It happened a couple of times. I'm just not sure why it did happen. But maybe we tried to trigger it twice. Alright, let's load again. Oh no! It's still all dark. Yeah, this must be part of the update, I guess. Come on. Okay, let's go back to the gallery. Close the game and open up again. So yeah, MLP coming all together. Really excited about it. We're finally moving forward. I gotta be honest, Uniswap stuff, that ate a part of my brain. I would end my work days and just feel like I was doing push-ups with my brain all the time. It was heavily intense, not gonna lie. It was really intense for the brain. It's a thinking on abstract. Okay, I'm just gonna try to... Yeah, perfect. Now I'm not gonna skip this tutorial. Okay. Okay, nothing new so far. I really, really like this. Probably we can give them a pickaxe just for the funsies. Sand, okay. Okay, collect the resource. There we go. We got it, and we have unlocked 2 missions. I like it. What's this? Entrance. Tesla Skullbender says, these teleport poles, they're dead red. I've hammered, channeled, even prayed over them. Nothing works. He kicks a nearby Estonian irritation. It's like Kusu curse wrapped around the whole system. Tied as dwarven braids. Huh. I hate to admit it, but I'm out of ideas. If anyone knows how to crack this, it's Steel Braids. Go find him and ask what he knows about the teleport network and his cursed interference. Okay. I'm just gonna go this one. You know, if you're feeling steady on your feet again, there's a place worth seeing, the village. Just ways past the cave mouth. Whole mix of folks out there, miner, traders, thinkers, troublemakers, plenty to do, and more to learn if your eyes are open. Okay, is it the village? I know where Steel Braid is, so I'm gonna go there because I'm curious about Steel Braids. What he's gonna do. It's gonna be a challenge for anyone that's going here for the first time. Either they're just lucky to go from the outside. Okay, there we are. I really like the fact that when we get close to it, we don't have to press anything. It just has a trigger on proximity, and you just get the text. And you don't have to do anything. I really enjoy that. So Thesis finally admitted he's stuck. He looks past you, eyes narrowed, like he's staring through the mountain. Aye, the teleports won't wake while Kuzu's filth lingers. But it's not what you can see that's stopping them. He reaches into a pouch and pulls out a battered pair of goggles. There are things hidden, old echoes twisted by Kuzu's magic, spirits, shadows, whatever they are. They guard the network, wear these. You'll see what I mean, and when you do, end them. Okay, collect the goggles, sure. Give me the goggles. Okay, I've got to press E. Equip the goggles. What's gonna happen? Huh. Eyes of the unseen. Okay. So Thesis asked you to restore a fast travel system. Use goggles to see where to attack. Okay. Now I gotta visit the village. Oh shoot! What the hell is this? Okay. Better get something good. I'm gonna kill these fellas in no time. Huh. Interesting. He's still here, still breaks, it's gonna find itself. He just destroys Misty entrance with the Grand. Go on. He's the only one might know to get this thing working. I'm on it, buddy. I'm on it. Give me a second. I gotta slay all these guys. Okay. So I just killed him. Now what? I gotta go back to Steel Braids, maybe? I can use this already? No, doesn't seem to be popping anything. Maybe it's not done yet, but I like this. I like this beginning. This is really setting up quite a mood. Literally puts us on a quest. Okay, you see him now, don't you? Twisted things, clinging to Misty Mountain like leeches, he tightening his grip on his axe. Well, don't just standing there, go cut him loose. Okay, so there's more. So there is more. Let's see how more there are. And in the meantime, I can also be mining. But I don't want to mine. I want to go to the village. That's all I've done so far. It's good. It's really good, Fred. I'm enjoying how you catching all the lore pieces and putting those together. Ooh, and I've got masters. Oh yeah, I got a silver. Of course. I forgot about the tutorial. Okay, I'm at the village. Visit the village and return to Dandan. Okay, we'll do so. Ah, there you are. So you made it to the village. You're off to a good start, no doubt. But if you're serious about digging deeper, you'll need more than the rusty toothpick you've been swinging. Okay. Hey, this is good. I like where this is taking us. I really enjoy where this is taking us. Okay. We've got a bunch of things to... There isn't more as far I've got. That's the fast travel will work. Yep, I like it. I like the way you get to unlock the fast travel. And there's still so many... This game's gonna have so many quests. There's still so many things to discover. Like all the NPCs on the village. Hey, we got Shakespeare in the house raiding with a party of 11. How is it going, Shakespeare? Welcome in. I hope you got some good access on today's stream. I think that you're getting on a really good run, and you're getting ready for a mainnet off the grid. So keep going, keep it up. And thank you so much for the raid. How's everyone doing? We just popped in here in the sandbox just to get some updates on what we're doing regarding the Misty Mountain. We've got some really cool updates that Fred and Fred has been working. Also, word is that Sandbox Game Maker 12 is going to be out by today or tomorrow, according to a Sandbox tweet. So let me see if I can dig that up. That would be sweet. So Twitter, Pickaxe Master. Let me search for the Sandbox. Also, while I have your attention and while we're speaking about Twitter, okay, so what's here? Something's baking and it's not Snoop Dogg. The new Game Maker and Game Client 012 updates launches tomorrow, bringing new ways for you to create and play. Come back tomorrow for more details. Okay. Any beans we can see on the video? Okay, let me bring this up to the stream. I think it will be easier if you can see what I'm seeing as well. Here we go. So this is what I was talking about. Something's baking and it's not Snoop Dogg. The new Game Maker and Game Client 012 updates launches tomorrow, bringing new ways for you to create and play. This was posted 1 a.m. my local time. Probably 2 a.m. on France time. I'm not sure if this was aiming for US or if this was aiming for the East. From what I've heard, the biggest community would be in the East, so probably this was already daytime in the East, and it was mentioning for tomorrow, so probably on the 7th of August. Game Maker and Game Client 012's tomorrow. So any means we can find here? Doesn't tell much. So yeah, not sure, but this is cool. Actually, this is way sooner than I thought. I actually started the stream by saying that I have a prediction for Game Maker 12, and that would be probably towards September. But hey, I guess I was wildly wrong about it. Sabadragon said maybe 7-ish hours from now. Okay, that is good. Hey, Play Game for Fun. FDG, how is it going? Welcome, welcome. 35 gathered during the stream. That is good. That's a good number. Hey, Sabadragon, how is it going? Finally, some really, really exciting news. We were waiting for Game Maker 12 for quite some time already. And voila, just like that. Boom, tomorrow. It's here. Wait is over. Really like that. Still need to contact a few creators. Some already have messages on Twitter or whispers on Twitch. Play Game for Fun. That's right. You sent me a DM and I apologize for not answering yet. Give me some time, I'll go back to you on that matter. So for everyone that joined in from the raid, I'll try to do a quick recap that I started the stream with, which was for the MLP news, our crypto mining game. So this is a Miro board with all the smart contracts, the interactions and how everything works, the workflow. So what we have done is this part. So we can say pretty much 50% is done. This is smart contracts that have been done from scratch. And all of these parts is everything that's been working with Uniswap smart contracts, which we're getting there. We're finishing this one, which is the hardest one. And once we do this one, these will be rather simple. Staking smart contract, fee manager, ETH to token swap. Yeah, this is going to be, I'll not say peanuts because nothing is peanuts while doing smart contracts, but compared to these Goliath, yeah, they're going to be peanuts. So what we have here, I'll show the workflow, what we have on smart contracts, just a little quick recap for everyone that joined in. So we're building this on Abstract Chain, which is a new L2 chain of Ethereum. They're being built by the Iglo Inc. So Iglo is a company that's from the Pudgy Penguins, and you know how they purchased the Pudgy Penguins and turned that IP into a global success. So I'm really excited on what they're doing with Abstract, and I think it's going to be one of the best bets we could possibly have to launch our crypto game. So hear me out. We have the user, myself, you, everyone. And how do you play this game? We have a Pickaxe smart contract, which is for you to buy in pickaxes, where you will be spending ETH to get yourself some pickaxes. And I'll leave that there because everything regarding the pickaxe will go into the Uniswap. So now you get yourself some pickaxes. The pickaxes are also ERC20 tokens, so they're tradable. With those pickaxes, you're going to interact with the mining smart contract, which uses VRNG, and the VRNG, it's an on-chain RNG provided by Proof of Play. Proof of Play is responsible for the Pirate Nation, if you're not familiar with. Now, when you spend a pickaxe, you're going to trigger that message. It's going to get a random number between 1 and 10,000, and depending on the number that falls on, you're going to get a random resource, like we have also in the sandbox. By getting that random resource in the smart contract, it's going to mint from the resource contracts, and it will go to your wallet. So you've mined and you got yourself a resource. What can you do with that resource? So we're building this in a way that is pretty much open-ended. So there's a lot of things we can actually do with resources, but we got to do one step at a time so the project does not become too overwhelming. So we want to kick off with the basic version and then add up from there. So you get yourself a resource, and at the beginning, what you can do is to trade that resource for here on the exchange smart contract, and you will be receiving some amount of MLP tokens. So if you trade a coal at the beginning, you get 1 MLP. If you trade an iron, you'll get 2. If you trade a copper, you'll get 4. If you trade a silver, you'll get 8. You kind of understand how this works, especially if you've already played the sandbox version. So you've traded that, and you got yourself some MLP, our native token. And what can you do with that MLP? Now, to explain that, I have to go through this next part, which is what we are developing right now. Remember when I said to put a pause on here when you would be buying pickaxes with Ethereum? So, okay, let's review that. We already saw and covered what happens with all of this. All of this part is already designed. I've tested on mainnet and everything is working. So one of the toughest parts is already done. Now, with the ETH, what's going to happen it's going to be distributed through different channels. So let's say someone buys 100 pickaxes, which is 0.01 ETH. So it's not that expensive. You get yourself 100 pickaxes, and from that ETH, half of it is going to go through these channels. So on the beginning, half will go to Dev Wallet, which we'll be using to set up new liquidity pools. So literally, we're going to reinvest the ecosystem, and we will have to pay for other things that cost to run a company. Now, we'll go this towards the end because you'll see how everything will eventually go back to the user or to the ecosystem. Now, the other 50% will be distributed as half will go into here to the liquidity adder. It's going to receive ETH. And the other 50% is going to a ETH to token swap. So it's going to receive ETH, is going to buy MLP from the smart contract, which means that MLP, this transaction is one, going to create fees, and it's going to drive the MLP price up. So these two things happen. When you buy yourself a pickaxe, the token you're mining, it's going to drive up in price just right off the bat because it's going to change part of it into MLP. So it receives ETH directly from the purchase of the pickaxes, and it's going to receive MLP because we did trade some part of that ETH to MLP. Now we've got on the smart contract both tokens, and when it receives the Ethereum, it's going to trigger a claim fees function. So it's going to claim any fees that have. And we know that we just had a transaction, so it's going to at least claim these fees. It does claim these fees, and what's going to do? The fees, it's going to send 50% to the fee manager, and 50% will be added to liquidity. So we have the auto-compounding system that happens here. Okay, so the ETH fees and the MLP fees, the 50% that go to the fee manager, what's going to happen? So MLP will go straight to MLP deposit, and the ETH, okay, I've got, let me check what's happening. Oh, I've got missed. Oh my God. I hope this was a good podcast, at least. You could feel my excitement for the podcast. Oh my God, Jesus Christ. That was so freaking dumb. Okay, let me go back to the top. Let me go back to the top. Let me see what I missed. Thank you so much, Fred. And thank you so much, Nasman, for the subscription as well. How is it going? Oh, good. It's so freaking dumb. Okay, let me start from the beginning. You're watching nothing. I was doing all zoom ins and zoom outs to this stuff. Okay, so let me break it down again. So it starts all with the user, myself, you, everyone. And to get it started, you'll have to buy some pickaxes with Ethereum. And I'm going to leave that on standby. So you purchased pickaxes with Ethereum, you spent 0.01 Ethereum, which right now would be about, let's say, $36. And you get yourself 100 pickaxes. Okay, now it's working. Perfect. You've got 100 pickaxes, and with those pickaxes, you will be using the mining smart contract. All of this stuff is done and it's working. It's been tested, it's working. So you send the pickaxe is burned. While it burns, it's going to ask for the function mine. Mine is going to trigger a RNG that is being used by proof of play. We use their ecosystem and we get ourselves a result. When we get that result, it's going to interact with the resource. So the contracts, we have the coal, copper, iron, silver, gold, emerald, sapphire, ruby, diamonds, all of that stuff, right? They're ERC20 tokens as well, and they can be used later for different use cases. So we're going to get ourselves a resource, and when we do, it's going to mint the resource back to the user wallet. Now, the user has a resource. What can he do with the resource? At the beginning of all of this, you can just do one thing, but since we're building these to be open-ended, we can use later those resources to do other stuff. So right now, the user bought pickaxes, mined, got the resource is in the user wallet, and he can interact with the exchange smart contract. He's going to trade that resource, and it's going to interact with the MLP smart contract, and it's going to give to the user back again the MLP token. So let's say you got yourself a coal resource. At the beginning, it's going to trade for 1 MLP token. Let's say you got yourself an iron resource. If you trade it, that's going to give you 2 MLP tokens. If you get yourself a copper, you're going to get 4 tokens. If you get yourself a silver, that's 8. If you get a gold, that's going to be 16. If you get an emerald, that's 32, so on and so on, all the way up to a red diamond that if you exchange it, you will get 1024 tokens. So you got the RNG and you got the reward ratio right there. That's all in the smart contract, so it cannot be changed. Now, we figured this out. You got yourself, so you spent some ETH, you got some pickaxes, you've mined, it was random, the resources were minted back to your wallet, and you traded those resources for MLP token. So now you have MLP token. What can you do with it? You can, at the beginning, do 2 actions. Either you stake it, or either you sell it. So that's really up to you. Now, what we're trying, well, actually you can just hold it, but for holding it, maybe you want to stake it because you get a bonus for it. Okay, so having that said, we're going to use part of that Ethereum, and initially we're going to have 50% go to the dev wallet because we have new MLPs to deploy, we have operational costs, and then revenue. Later on, we'll be a tokenized revenue beneficiary, and I'll get to that. This is going to be the end game, and I'll go through that towards the end. So, also this will decrease over time, and I'll get to explain that in a second. Oh, we got an ad. Okay, just give me 1 quick second. By the way, Yannick, I see you got from Shakespeare stream. That's pretty awesome. Hope you enjoyed Play Off the Grid. That's a crypto game as well. And it really doesn't look like a crypto game. I think some games will look good as looking as a crypto game. Some games will not look good as being crypto games. But Off the Grid, so far, I've seen, does a really excellent job at it. I see we have the ad ending in about 10 seconds. So let me just grab my thoughts again, where I was at. Okay. You take a look at Star Atlas. I've not looked into Star Atlas for quite some time yet. But I know those guys are giants. FPS is mind-blowing. Okay. Also racing. I know they've been building a lot of stuff. And they have not stopped. They're just under the radar, building. They have been over the radar for quite some time, but they just decided to keep building. Okay, back here. So with the Ethereum, what we're going to do, we're going to, the part that's going to be distributed to the ecosystem, so 50% of the Ethereum is going to be received by this liquidity adder smart contract. So 50% will go here, and the other part of the Ethereum, it's going to be sent out to the ETH to token swap smart contract. So what's going to do, it's going to receive Ethereum, it's going to buy MLP from the liquidity pool, and then it's going to send the MLP back to the Ethereum MLP liquidity adder. So now we have both tokens, and we had a transaction in between. So what happened when you purchase a Pickaxe? One contract is going to receive the Ethereum, and it's going to buy the MLP. That's going to generate a transaction that's going to generate fees. That same transaction has also bought MLP, so it's going to drive MLP price up. So good sign. We are already winning with all of this. So it will send the part of the Ethereum and part to MLP here, and when the smart contract receives the Ethereum, what's going to do is going to send a function to claim fees, if there are any existing, and it's going to claim Ethereum fees and MLP fees. Out of those, is going to add 50% of these fees back into the liquidity. And when it does, it's going to wrap 50% of the fees, and it's going to wrap all of these MLP and Ethereum that was received from the Pickaxe purchase, and it will add to liquidity. So our liquidity pool was, let's say, at 10, and after this purchase, now it's at 11. So we have more liquidity in the pool. Now, just to wrap it up, those 50% of the fees that we got, those will go for stakers, so it will be a reward. The MLP fees will go directly into these MLP deposits, and the Ethereum will be received here and they will be traded, they will be converted back to what? To MLP. So the fees, again, will push the price up. So the way that we have this set up is that we're going to have by demand on the smart contract a lot of buy pressure for the token. So we want to have this positive influx of the price of the token just because of how everything works automatically. Now, we have MLP that went straight direct from claiming fees, and we have MLP that we had from converting fees here. Now, these MLP then daily will be sent out to the staking smart contract, and it will distribute these MLP to everyone that's staking. So you got yourself a token, and now you got tokens, you got MLP tokens. So what you're going to do, you're going to get yourself staking because you're going to receive that APR. Now, we've got also a fee collector smart contract. What does it stand for? So we were just talking about the Ethereum and MLP, but what we want to do is to have the token as a reserve of liquidity. And I think that's going to be a very important narrative and aspect of the blockchain going into the future. It already is. It gets a little bit unnoticed, but it's very important. And as we go forward in time, I think it will gain more popularity and more importance regarding what it does for the blockchain. So we're going to have different pairs, which is going to be MLP with Bitcoin. It's going to be MLP with tokenized gold, for example, Paxos Gold. It's going to be also with USDC. So we're talking right here, Ethereum, Paxos Gold, Bitcoin, USDC, 4 really strong assets. So we're going to have really solid pairings that are very desirable type of assets as well. So in some sort of sense, they also are a store of value. Along with that, we're going to create some of demand. So since we're going to be deploying on Abstract, it would make sense to have a pairing with their own sort of meme native token, which would be Pengu. It's the token related to all of that ecosystem. And since we are in Abstract, we're going to have a TGE later down this year, maybe Q4. So that would be a really other good token to pair with. And we should be pairing also with tokens that have a lot of volume. Why? Because once all of these is set up, so initially when we will kick the project, we will have all of these different pairs already set up. And what's going to happen is that apart from all of this that I just explained, that you purchase yourself a pickaxe, the pickaxe is going to make the price go up, and it's going to collect the fees, and it's going to send the fees to stakers, and it's going to auto compound and all of that. There's a lot of things that happens in the background that just fuel this ecosystem, which would be, let's say there's someone on Abstract Chain that wants to change, for example, their Bitcoin to Paxos Gold because they believe Bitcoin will go down and the price of gold will go up. Since we have, maybe they get a straight line, they've got some pair that does Bitcoin to Paxos Gold, but it could have thin liquidity and you want to do a bigger transaction. So what's going to do Uniswap is going to look for other type of routings. So it will look at, hey, we have here a pair that has Bitcoin. I can purchase MLP and then I can sell MLP to get Paxos Gold. So I'm going to allocate some of these purchase through this channel. So the end user, the one that wants to do their trade, does not end with a bigger slippage. So they want to lose as less money on slippage as possible. And that's what the Uniswap router does, is to split that purchase through the available pools so the end user loses less money from slippage. And slippage happens because the amount of tokens that exist in pool. Having that said, we will be capturing those indirect transactions on the blockchain. And those indirect transactions, which will be 2 transactions. One will be buying Bitcoin to MLP, that's 1 transaction, and you will sell MLP to buy Paxos Gold, that's 2 transactions. So 2 times that's going to generate those fees. Again, those fees, that 50% will compound into the liquidity pool. So now we have over time more available, and those 50% will be sending again here to this deposit, MLP, and then we have received other pair fees. They will be converted back again into MLP, making the price of MLP go back up again from the fees, and then that MLP that was accrued will go to stakers. So we have a very strong protocol that will keep pushing up the price of MLP because everything just literally ends up with buying the supply and then adding that supply to the liquidity pool and then distributing to stakers. What I think it will happen on the very long run is that the liquidity pools and the protocol as it's set up will keep eating the supply that exists, either on Bitcoin, Paxos Gold. The liquidity pools will just get richer. So we will be able to handle more transfers, we will be able to accrue more fees, and the liquidity pools will eat up all of the MLP, will eat the Bitcoin, will eat Ethereum, and they will just keep growing. That will make MLP as a token desirable to be paired with because there's a lot of liquidity in it and you can trade for different tokens. And going towards the future, I think that's going to be something really important, which are tokens that can be used as a store of value. If you look at Bitcoin, pretty much you can trade anything with Bitcoin, but with Bitcoin because there's a lot of pairs with Bitcoin. The same for USDC. It's literally a store of value because you have thousands of tokens they're paired with USDC, and because of that, you can trade the most I don't even know how to call it, the most odd token that's in the far outer regions of the crypto world, and you want to trade it for something else completely different. Just because those two tokens, they are both paired with USDC, you can almost make a direct trade without losing too much money to slippage. So tokens like USDC, tokenized gold, Bitcoin, even Ethereum, it has tons of pairings. They're vital to the ecosystem, and as more the world, and especially RWA, so tokenized assets, will come to the blockchain, these the available liquidity to do these transactions, they will be very important. So right now we're positioning to be one of those that can be a liquidity provider, and right now we are on abstract, but further on we will be able to go mainnet, Ethereum mainnet. We would be able to make a bridge to Solana. Would be able to make a bridge to pretty much install the protocol on all the chains and just be able to grab those fees, those transactions across all blockchains. But hey, this is where we are. We got all of this stuff done. I'm getting this one pretty much wrapped up since we've got here. I was showing back then the smart contracts. I was using this one, was really complex, tried to simplify it with this one, which seems to be working really well. I got a couple of more tests just to do, and this is the bulkiest part. Once I get to do this, these will be easy. These will be easy. These will be easy. And then this one will be, it will be a derivative from this. But if this works, this will be also easier to set up. So once this gets done, everything else will just be much, much faster to deploy on mainnet. And once we got that, hey, it's testing time. And yeah, we're getting there. We are getting there, and I'm super excited about all of it. Okay, I'm gonna check here. We've got 4 answers on for those of you that have filled up the form. If you have not, type in !LFM. We're gonna give it a run. I'm gonna also just restart the game on the sandbox real fast so we can get at least one lucky miner. I think we are already a little bit where's the stream? Okay, here it is, on 54 minutes. So yeah, we're going to get one lucky miner and going to wrap up the stream. So bear with me, let me get your names up in the wheel of names. I see the game already loaded. We've got the Bitfox, Ian, Play Game for Fun, and Nasman. So 4 contenders to be a lucky miner today. So giving a 1, giving a 2, giving a 3, and that's going to be a go. Shuffling 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5, and good luck. Nasman, Ian, Play Game for Fun, the Bitfox, good luck. Let's see who gets to become the lucky miner for today's stream. I'm really excited about what we're developing. I also hope you're also excited with what we're developing. We're getting close to, this is the under the hood, I would say. Oh, something got frozen. This is under the hood, what we're looking at the smart contract. But once we've got that done, We've got a really solid engine to run for years. And I'm just excited to see the protocol. It just becomes something that works for you. If you look at it, the way that it's installed and it keeps growing over time, that keeps compounding over time, it's something that will just be working for you. You get to play it, and it's DeFi at the same time. I'm not sure if Play Game for Fun will be able to claim the prize, but congratulations. GG. Let's see. Play Game for Fun. I hope you're not driving if you do this. So I'll probably... So do not get distracted with that. I will get a reroll. So let me check. Let me take it out. I'm going to reroll, play game for fun. Be safe out there. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let's do it. Once more. Hey, here we go. Ian, the Bitfox, and Nazma. Now it's between you three. Oh my god, the suspense. Will it be the Bitfox? It's stopping. Will it go over to Nazman? I think it's going to Nazman. Yep. That's a big GG, Nazman. Congratulations. You've become yourself the lucky miner for today's stream. Bitfox says never. It's never, never. You get it sometimes. Nazman, congratulations. Let me know what you want to mine today. Rigged. It's not rigged. Yeah, that's you. So what will be mining today? Stone, gravel, clay? You get to choose. Wait, I didn't get an option to skip it. Go stone or go home. Alright, what do you want to do for the refiner afterwards? Let's see if we can get through this. Okay, we did it. So I'm gonna skip the tutorial for now. I'm gonna cook myself something cool. And I'm going to ask everyone that's watching the stream. Don't recall which refiners there are. So there is the amateur refiner, the professional, the industrial. Then you have silver and gold. You have the gem, and you have the diamond refiner. Now, everyone that's watching the stream, please type in the chat. Good luck here for our good man, Nazman, as we are about to mine some stone blocks. And we're looking to get some diamonds. Yep, I want to hear those blings. Diamond one, okay, let's do it. We haven't got a diamond yet from there, but I would love to see one. Oh, you asked for a diamond, you got a diamond on the first shot. Let's freaking go. Look at that. Come on. Woohoo! GG. White diamond, 2,560 on the first hit. Let's go. We got a gold. That's a way to go. Ooh, we got an emerald. 3,000 masters. So that is 1.5 sand already. Another emerald. Let's freaking go. Whew. Whew. Misty Mountain is hot. It's hot as summer. Ooh, we got the first non-prize. And that makes the second. But we're good. We're really good. Another gold. The only way to get a lucky miner. It is not the only way, but that's definitely one way. Let's go. Another gold. Wait. The animation got broken. Oh, that's nothing. You'll have to do more quests. Okay. I'm gonna get away from that. That's a nothing. Can we get another diamond? That would be pretty epic. We got ourselves into 6,000. Okay, we got a gold. And just one more gold. And that would be perfect. Wanna mine? No, this is gonna trigger this. I don't wanna trigger that. Okay. That's the block I'm looking for. Oh, we got a yes. Yes, 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 and yes. I've been to the diamond refiner before. And I do not remember where it is. So I would trigger the diamond refiner near the waterfall. So it's below the waterfall. We've been there like 2 weeks ago. Okay, I think it is. Okay, I remember. I remember. It's up there. Yep, there we go. No, this is the gem, not the diamond. No. Okay, so where's the diamond one? I don't recall seeing the diamond. Here? Somewhere? Maybe at the waterfall? Where the hell am I? Okay, I'm here. Where the earth rune was when it was in the gallery. Oh! Right. And I still have 80 pickaxe health. So that's gonna give gravel. Okay, we can mine gravel. There we go. Another gold. Let's freaking go. 4,320. I knew it was... I was going here for some reason. I knew it was around here. Oh, why? Silver. Oh, it's down here. Nope. We good. We good. We good. Oh, shoot. sure what happens, but I should be able to get myself around that. Oh no, it doesn't climb. Okay, I know what I'm gonna do. Get myself to the... Oh, I cannot teleport to the village, but this will do. So I'm gonna go from here, zoom, here, here, and here. Okay, there we are. Diamond refinery, let's go. Yeah, don't worry, Fred. It's all good. Okay, so we're going to attempt to get ourselves some diamond. I've never seen one. Let's see if we can get one. Good luck, Nasman. Let's see what happens. Nothing refined. Let's do the next one. Nothing refined. Can we get a red diamond? That would be 10,000 masters. Nothing. And we're going to go for our last try. Next. And stone. We got nothing. So, diamond refiner, really, really rough. But hey, Nasman, you got yourself 4,320. So let me take notes. Nasman. And let me do the math. I need my calculator. So 4,320 divided by 2,000. Our ratio here at the sandbox is 2,000 masters per sand. So you got yourself 2.16 sand. Congratulations. GG. That was a good run for sure. We have now the Bitfox. Lucky Miner just claimed it from with channel points. So let me do a restart real quick of the game. And Bitfox, what are we mining today? Since you've claimed the role, what you gonna pick? What you gonna choose? Go stone or go home? Make gravel great again? Stone, okay. And for the refiner, any ideas? Okay, I want to skip tutorials for now. Skip the intro, yes. Skip the intro tutorial, yes. Yeah, this is nice. Really, really practical. Again, let's get our lucky stuff. And everyone in the chat, please type in good luck here for the Bitfox on my end. Good luck, Bitfox. Let's get some freaking diamonds. The normal one, I don't know which one is the normal one. For me, they're all normal. You have the amateur refiner, you have the professional, you have the industrial, you have the silver, the gold. You have the gem, you have the diamond. What's the normal? Okay, let's start with this one. Bitfox, let's freaking go. Let's get some diamonds. That was not a great start. But we got a gold. So yeah. Slowly getting it back. Oh, isn't it our lucky day? Look at that. Woohoo! We got 2 diamonds in 2 sessions. Let's freaking damn go. Congratulations, GG. And you say you're never lucky. And I bet this is just the first one. Let's get a red one. That's a gold. Let's freaking gold. I like it. I like it very much. We have 2 blocks. 3 blocks here. Oh, that was a gold. It sounded like a whiff. Come on. No, that was a whiff. It's like the sound of a turd. Blah, 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 blah. You hear that? But hey, Maybe we can turn those turfs into diamonds. They're carbon, right? Come on, diamond! Brother. Brother. Hey, that's an emerald. I'd love to see it. We barely get any sapphires and rubies from this, which is oddly strange. I never say I'm unlucky at mining, just unlucky during wheels. Everywhere. So pro or industrial, okay. Sounds good. We got ourselves another stone. Got 6 stones. It's gonna be the last one. Oh, no freaking way, we got the second diamond. Let's freaking go. Bedfox, 2 diamonds. 5,920 masters. That is the way to go. And we can still mine a gravel, baby. Let's do it. Okay, we got the gravel with nothing. Woo! 3 diamonds on today's stream. I like it. Okay, so we're going to do the pro or industrial. You choose it. Now that is good. Good winnings on today. We have not done yet. We're not finished yet. Whee! So where is the industrial and where is the professional? Oh my god. I gotta look this stuff up. I think with being able to save progression, since 12 is coming out, and we know like, okay, we have already unlocked that. It's gonna be dope. Because I literally have no clue where those fuckers are. Maybe. Okay. This one's the gold. Okay, not what I'm looking for. That was gem. That is the diamond. So maybe near the waterfall? The waterfall is spacey. Here? Do I recall anything being here? No? That side? That has a lot of space. Does it have anything? I know probably Fred has already typed in the chat the answer. Just trying to see if I can find it myself. No. Okay. Industrial is by the giant pickaxe, yes, and pro is at the gallery entrance outside under the village. Okay. Let me see. Did Fox chosen? No, he has not chosen. So let's see which one we get first. I'm gonna go to this one. Oh, here we go. Hang on. Okay. This one is still not with the trigger volume. Let's do it this one. Professional. So we're gonna start with gravel. This one have been really generous with us. We got nothing with gravel. It doesn't allow me to interact more. Why? It's like only one time. Yeah, it's not allowing me to interact anymore with it. Okay, I guess industrial it is. Giant pickaxe, giant pickaxe, giant pickaxe. Ah, no worries, no worries. Giant pickaxe. I need to go back to the beginning. from here I must go that side, go here, yep, go up, 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 up. Oh yeah, I recall, it's been here all this time. There we go, perfect. Oh no! Okay, there we go. Industrial refinery. Let's do some stone and see if we can get some diamonds. Nothing refined. Let's do stone. Ooh, we got an emerald. Let's freaking go. 6,240. Give me more. Gold. Let's go. We have 3 more tries. Got nothing this time. Oh, we got another emerald. This is even better than mining. Woohoo! 6,720 masters here for the Bitfox. Congratulations. So 6,720 divided by 2,000, which is our ratio. Bitfox, you got yourself with an astonishing 3.36 sand. Congratulations. That's been one of the biggest wins lately. The Bitfox 3.36 sands. So good stuff for today. That's gonna be all. I'm gonna wrap it up for today. We've got some of MLP regarding some where the state of the art is, some news. We've got to mine a little bit on the sandbox, also to see Fred and Ferd updates regarding the Misty Mountain, which they are coming out right perfect. I'm gonna check out to see who is streaming, and I remember at the beginning I was seeing Panda, so let me see if I can rate Panda. Yes, and she's streaming the sandbox. Now this is something rare. We get to stream someone that's doing the sandbox. I'm gonna rate Panda Pops. Please say hello to Panda Pops on my behalf. I hope you had an amazing day. I hope you have an amazing stream as well. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for coming week after week on the Wednesdays, where I get to be here with all of you to present the news of the project and also to be playing some games with all of you. So until next one, I hope you have an amazing week. If you're on vacations, do enjoy your vacations and get yourself out there. Do some outdoor activities. I think it will be good for you. The weather is fine. If you're working, hey, just try to enjoy those little chances to do something different while we have this incredible temperature, which is called summer. If you are living in the summer right now, if you're living in the winter, if you would be in Australia, or if you would be on the other side of the Ecuador, then hey, good winter to all of you. Either way, go have some fun with Panda. I'll be wrapping up for today. So thank you so much again, and see you on the next one. For now, my name is Bruno. I'm from the Pickaxe Master, and I'll be waving goodbye. Cheers, everyone. See you on the next one. Raid